Hi, we're live.
Hello, welcome back, everyone. Esoteric Liminal Horizons. We got Brayden, April, Whitney. Tonight is part 2 of the Merkaba series that we've been on. So welcome back.
Yeah. Hi, everybody.
Last week we opened the door into the world of the Merkaba, this ancient star-shaped symbol made of 3 interlocking tetrahedrons, 2 spinning in opposite directions, 1 stationary. Some call it a vehicle of light, others a map of balance between heaven and earth, masculine and feminine, spirit and body. For me, the Merkaba isn't just about sacred geometry, it's a reminder of what it feels like when our own lives come into balance. You know, when your body, your mind, and your spirit are all synced up, that moment, suddenly life just flows. That's a feeling this symbol points to. Oh gosh, it's so far away. So, before we dive in, I want to share a little bit about what might come up in tonight's meditation. Some of you may get visuals, light, color, even shapes or symbols. Others might not see anything at all, but instead feel a deep calm, warmth, or a struggle to follow along, maybe even restless. That's okay. There's no wrong way to experience this. If your mind drifts, just gently bring it back. If you feel frustrated, know that it's just part of the process. This isn't a practice, or this isn't about perfection. This is a practice. The Merkaba meditation is about opening space for alignment. However your body, your spirit meet it tonight, the most important thing is to feel love for all life. So let's take a moment to settle in, get comfortable, take a seat, lie down. You can cross your legs, uncross them. You can rest your hands loosely. Have your little tea nearby, set up your space.
Leave your stresses in the other room, at the front door, at the workplace. We're here to zen.
Yeah,
It's fall into being.
it's best if you can find a spot that doesn't have too many distractions or people coming in and out, perhaps in your bedroom or, even in your backyard, maybe. Just find a nice place. And
let your shoulders soften. Take a deep breath in through your nose and hold it. And then sigh out your mouth. Let's do that again. Inhale, fill your lungs. And release. Now gently roll your shoulders. Loosen your neck. Even give your hands and your feet a little shake if they feel tight. Let all that tension melt away. Feel the weight of your body supported by the chair, couch, the floor beneath you. You are held. You are here. At this point, I'm going to pass it over to April, who will be guiding us through the Merkaba meditation from the ancient secret of the flower of life.
Thank you, Whitney. So this meditation was put out there by Drunvalo Melchizedek in Volume 2 of The Ancient Secret of the Flower of Life. And if you want to dive further into this, I would highly recommend buying those 2 books, Volume 1 and 2. It gives you all of the history and all of the connections back to different cultures, where this came from and how it is literally a light spirit vehicle. And so the geometry of the star tetrahedron is very important, and we've gone over that in the past weeks. But I wonder if, Whitney, would you pull up the pictures of the Merkaba so we can give a stronger visual for everybody? Hello, everyone who's been coming on, Stephanie and Yarel and Ireli and Kendra and Lisa now too. Hi, everybody. Thanks for being here for the Merkaba meditation. Yeah, so last week we dove into like some of the history of it. Volume 1 and most of Volume 2 of The Ancient Secret of the Flower of Life will go in depth into all of those topics that we covered there. John Vallo has some other books out there that are also really interesting, so check them out. Whitney's going to show us the star tetrahedron. Now that is a 2D image of a 3D concept. So there is one tetrahedron that has the apex facing one direction for people oriented to male, or in the other direction for people oriented to female. And I assume if you're somewhere in between, it's going to choose for you based on what you're going through at that time and like which side of you you're leaning toward at that moment. But do you want to pull up also one with the two people? Do you have it? Oh, no. Thank you. So yeah. Sweet. She's going to pull up one more image for you guys. The sun tetrahedron is the one that's facing toward the sky, and the earth tetrahedron is the one that's facing toward the earth. So there's two star tetrahedrons, complete star tetrahedrons around your body, spinning in opposite directions at a different ratio. And then there is one that is stationary throughout that and changes maybe if you have a big change in your life, but for the most part, it is going to not move a lot. It's not spinning and creating a toroidal field around you, which is like the magnetic field around the earth, if you can picture that, or the shape of an orange or a melon, or, you know, these are toroidal fields, blood platelets. Yeah. Donuts. They all look like donuts. So that is the overall shape of what is created with the Merkaba meditation. And so it is a little bit complex. You're going to feel something different with your heart. Well, that's mostly going to remain with the unconditional, exponential love for all life, as much as you can feel that. That is really the key of this meditation. And so I would like us, before we begin, to do some ohms and just feeling the resonance in the body. And I always found it very helpful to do a little chakra meditation at the beginning. So we'll do that really quick too before we do the first 6 breaths. And there's mudras associated with each of those breaths. So it's going to go through each of the fingers and the thumb together, and then the first and second again. That's the first 6 breaths. You're going to have your palms up while you do that. So there's something different for the body, the heart, and then the mind. And we're going to do a little eye exercise with this too, with eyes closed. Oh, and perfect. You did get that pulled up. So do you want to go ahead and show everybody? That's okay.
I feel like I got a sneeze coming on and it just doesn't want to just sitting there tickling my nose left, right, and sideways.
Don't light your leg on fire.
Just trying a new hair removal technique.
Clothes and the male and the female.
Yeah, so that's the image of the orientation for the tetrahedron in each of us. But then we all have both. So yeah, that is important. Like, it is a balance.
Yin and yang, that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry.
Yeah, so let's just dive in. I'm going to take a drink of water here. So beginning gently, like Whitney said, there doesn't have to be perfection because it is a practice. The idea is like once you do it a couple times, it does get easier. When I was doing this a lot, it was as simple as like 3 minutes, but we're going to take a lot more time to ease into it. So beginning by relaxing again into your being, feeling the floor beneath you or the ground beneath you and feeling it supporting you, and feeling your column of energy through your body. Imagine it's like a river of light and it flows both directions, up from the earth and through you, and down from the sky and through you. And we're going to start with a deep inhale in, and then we're going to do Om. And the best thing with the Om is to do it like as long of an O sound as you do the sound. So to get balance in the Om in that way. So we're going to breathe in deeply through our nostrils. Try to breathe down in here and then in here and then into your throat. All right, again. Breathing in. One more. So can you feel the resonance in your chest of how that feels? And like it's vibratory, like we are all made up of these vibration. And so when we activate this light conduit spirit vehicle within us, it is so powerful to watch how things in your life will align. So first mudra that we're going to begin with is the thumb and the first finger together as such, and that is going to sit on your knees with your palms up. The most important part of the Merkaba meditation is the exponential, unconditional love for all of life. And so as much as possible, we're going to take just about 3 breaths in, and just very gentle breaths, and feel as much love as you can in your heart. Love for nature, love for yourself, love for your family, your friends, partner, your pets. Love for the dessert you got to eat yesterday. So many different kinds of love. So feeling into that really beautiful feeling. Sometimes maybe forgiveness comes up there. And then The second mudra is going to be the second finger and the thumb. And these are about clearing channels within us. The third mudra is going to be the third finger and the thumb. And there's going to be an inhale and an exhale, and then a hold at the bottom. And this is one movement. It's not three different parts, and they are very clear about that in the writings. And so I feel like it's very important to convey that it's not three disjointed parts. It's one smooth motion. And for the rest of the meditation, after the first 6 breaths, there's not any breath holding. But on these ones, you're breathing in all the way through your nostrils to the top. And then you're breathing out all the way, but not forcing the air out. You're just letting it come out. And then when you get all the air out of your lungs, you hold it with the mudra until you can't, until you want to breathe. You have that intuition to breathe in the air. And so it's going to be one smooth motion, like I said, with the mudras changing. And to keep your heart as open as possible for all love and all life. So the first breath, we're going to become more aware of the sun tetrahedron, which for males is going to have the apex facing forward. And then for females, it's going to have the apex facing back. And that's going to be opposite for the second breath, which is going to focus on the earth tetrahedron, which for females is going to have the apex facing forward on the bottom and back for males. Do you want to give that a quick show again? So just like that image. Thank you, Whitney. All right. I hope everybody's feeling good up over there. Thank you all for joining. See, Randy and Nicole are with us. Hi. Awesome. Thank you for joining in. Aw. So, we're going to start with the first 6 breaths. The most important thing is exponential love for all life. And we're going to practice these first 6 breaths twice. And so this is sort of the most important part. And this is going to clear our channels. We're going to start with the first mudra, first finger and thumb. And breathe in through our nostrils, feeling love for all life as we do so. All right, ready? And begin. Breathing out in a gentle flow. As we get to the bottom, you're going to cross your eyes a little bit inside with your eyes closed and look up all the way. And then as you're holding that breath out, look down real quick and imagine the tube or the column, the conduit that you are being cleared as you do so. And then we're going to begin the second breath, which is the second finger and thumb. Breathing in and not holding at the top, but breathing out. Not forcing the air out. Holding, looking up with the eyes slightly crossed, and then down real quick, clearing that channel. Moving to the third finger, we're breathing in. And in a smooth motion, breathing out. As you breathe out, your eyes are crossing and looking up toward the sky. And then breathe out and look down as you hold it out. Fourth finger and thumb, breathing in. And gently out. Crossing the eyes, looking up. Holding the breath out and looking down. It clears that channel. And then we go back to the first finger and thumb, breathing in and out, and looking up and holding the breath out and looking down. Can you feel it clearing? The last one of these is second finger and thumb, breathing in and out, and looking up and looking down real quick. Feeling love for all life. Then when we move into the seventh breath, it's going to be the first finger and second finger and thumb together with the palms up. But we're going to go back into those first 6 breaths again, just because it's a lot going on. Right? Take a drink of water if you like. All right, you guys are doing great. Okay, so we're going to go back to this first mudra. Breathing in through the nose, feeling all love for life. Filling yourself up with white light, white light, white light. And then we're going to look up and then down as you hold that breath out. Good job. Second mudra, second finger and thumb, breathing in, feeling all love for life. Love, 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 exponential. And then out, and you're holding the breath out at the end, and your eyes go up, and then you look down real quick and clear that channel, clear that conduit. Then you move to the third finger and the thumb, and you breathe in. So much love and gratitude, and you breathe out in one smooth motion, and you hold it down at the end with your eyes floating up and together, and then down, clearing that channel, moving into the fourth mudra, and breathing in, and all the love and white light, and then you breathe it out. And you hold it at the bottom, and your eyes float up to the top and down real quick as you hold that breath out. We go back to the first mudra again, breathing in. Oh, so much love and light, so much love in your heart. Whoa. And then you're breathing it out, and your eyes float up, and then they look down, and you clear that channel. We move to this mudra, the last of the 6 breaths, and we breathe in through the nose with so much love and light and so much love and joy, and then you're breathing out with it all held down at the bottom. The eyes float up and your channel clears. And then we're going to be moving to the 7th breath, which is the first 2 fingers together with the thumb. So we're just going to hold it here for a second and see, check in. How is everybody feeling? Oh, I love you too, Nicole. And hi, Rick. And just welcome in if you're just joining us. We're just going through the 6 breaths of the Merkaba that are the beginning. The first one, you're focusing on the earth tetrahedron, the sun tetrahedron. The first breath is the masculine aspect of yourself. The second breath is focused on the earth tetrahedron, which is the feminine aspect of yourself. And these are rotating in different directions when we get further into the meditation. And then there is a third and stationary one as well, just as a little recap there. The 7th breath is going to be talking about your pranic sphere. And so if you've ever done martial arts or flow arts or anything like that, if you ever been pregnant and had a baby, these things are all in our sacral chakra area where the chi is. And so it's going to begin by seeing that pranic tube and feeling the light and the mana or life force energy, whatever you want to call it, that's in this area 2 inches below our belly button and 2 inches in. And so if you can imagine this little ball of light, and it's going to get bigger as we move through the next 3 breaths, 7 through 10. And so the biggest that it's going to get is the length of your longest finger to your wrist on either side. That together is the diameter. And if you look at the Vitruvian Man, you can see like some of these proportions really well. That's like Leonardo da Vinci's like naked man with the arms in a circle. And so, yeah, this is like a primal energy center. And so the further you go in the meditation, it's going to talk about bringing that ball of light up, but we're not going to go into that part today. I think we'll save that for next week, because the awakening the illuminated heart is a little bit quicker to explain than this. And if we have a chance for people to like watch the replay, and I think that'll be really good. So the 7th breath, we're going to see that pranic sphere. The 8th breath, you're going to concentrate that sphere. The 9th breath, it's going to get brighter and brighter. And then the 10th breath, it's going to reach that max concentration I was talking about. That is the length of your 2 hands together, like that. And from there, there will be an expansion of the sphere. But we're going to work into this a little bit slowly. And yeah, so we're going to go through the first 6 breaths again. Now, knowing what comes afterwards, we're going to move right from the 6 breaths into there. Says we have a slow connection. Thank you guys for your patience. Om Mani Padme Hum, Randy. Yes. Om Mani Padme Hum. The 9 through 10 is just going to be first and second finger. I'll hold those. Yep. All right. So feeling all that radiant love and white light in your chest, the love for all life. They say unconditional love, but I like the words exponential love, because it takes away the conditions you could put on it and allows it to just grow and expand. Yes. So, exponential love. Thank you all for joining. Okay. Breathing out, and we begin with the first mudra. Breathing in through the nose. All that love, warm, just glowing, bright love, and breathing out and holding it at the bottom. Your eyes cross slightly and look up and then down real quick, clearing that channel. And the second mudra, breathing in through the nose. So much love and light, and breathing out and holding it at the bottom. Your eyes float up and then they look down real quick, clearing that channel. The third mudra, and you're breathing in. Exponential love, feels so good. And then you're breathing out, holding it at the bottom, and your eyes float up and you look down real quick so that it's clearing your channel. And then the fourth mudra, and we breathe in, feeling that love and looking up as we breathe out, and then we look down and clear our channel, holding that breath out until you feel the pressure to breathe. Breathing in with the first mudra through the nose with so much love, feeling those star tetrahedrons around us, the sun and the earth. Breathing out, looking up, looking down. The last one of the 6 breaths, second mudra, breathing in through the nose. Feeling exponential love, white light, imagining the tetrahedrons around you, and breathing out and holding it at the bottom as you look up, cross your eyes, and then look down, clearing that 6th channel. And then going into the first finger, second finger, thumb mudra. And the seventh breath is concentrating that pranic sphere. We're breathing rhythmically now. We're not breathing in and holding it. So we're breathing in and out, feeling that pranic sphere expand. And then the eighth breath, breathing in and out, feeling that expand and concentrate. And then you're going to feel more love and more power in your sacral chakra, in your chi. And it gets brighter and brighter as you're breathing out that ninth breath. And the 10th breath, it's going to reach max concentration. Breathing in rhythmically and breathing out. And then it expands. So that's the 11th breath. We're going to take a pause here because that's a lot going on too. We're imagining this conduit of light going through the star tetrahedrons, right? There's one full, complete tetrahedron that is your sun tetrahedron, with the apex facing forward for males and back for females. Then we have the earth tetrahedron, and that one is going to be facing forward for females and back for males. However, this is interchangeable if you are experiencing different parts of your life and expressing more of your masculine side or feminine side. But this is a really powerful and potent way to increase your prana, your chi, your mana, your life force energy. And this is our center of gravity. It's where we get our gut intelligence from. And so this is where this flow of energy is really expanding from in those 7th to 10th breaths. And so I think we should just run through it again. Let's do one more Om at the beginning, just to feel that resonance and all that exponential love. So breathing in for the Om. Oh, that was yummy. Thank you guys. So breathing in through the nose with the first mudra, running through the first 6 breaths again. So much love and white light, and breathing out gently, and then you're going to hold it at the bottom, your eyes looking up and looking down, feeling our channel so clear now. Second finger and thumb, breathing in. Love this. Breathing out and your eyes look up and then they look down as you hold that breath out at the end until you feel the pressure to breathe. Third mudra. Breathing into all that love and light shining bright from your heart, and it's breathing out and you hold it at the bottom as your eyes look up and then they look down. And the fourth mudra, and here we go, breathing in exponential love and grace. And the star tetrahedrons are around you, and you're breathing out all the way to the bottom. Your eyes look up, and then they look down, clearing your channel. Moving again to the first finger and thumb. Breathing in. So much joy and love and hope and just gratitude for the universe, love for all life. And the star tetrahedrons are around you. Your eyes look up and you look down. And the last mudra, our second finger and thumb, breathing in all the way with love and exponential light, and then breathing out all the way to the bottom. Your eyes look up and then they look down, clearing that 6th channel. And then we go to the 7th breath, first finger, second finger, and thumb, palms up, breathing in through the nose rhythmically. Now we're not holding it at the bottom. 7th breath, feeling love for all life as that pranic sphere concentrates right around your navel there. And then the 8th breath, again, rhythmically coming in with all love, brightening up that sphere, concentrating it, breathing out, and then in right at the bottom of that exhale with so much love and light, concentrating that sphere brighter and brighter. This is so beautiful. And then it's about the size of your hands together in diameter. It's reaching max concentration on that 10th breath. And as you exhale that breath, we're going to move into the 11th breath, which is the expansion of the sphere. And your hands are going to come together with your thumbs and all your fingers interlaced, or you can do left hand up for female, right hand up for male, but together in one of these 3 positions. And that is breathing in love for all life through that conduit, through those tetrahedrons, and then expanding that pranic sphere out to the size of what would be around the Vitruvian Man. And that is your auric field. That is your electromagnetic field. That is the tetrahedral toroid that is happening around your body. And when you get these first 10 breaths, 11th breath too, like down pat, then it's really easy to move into the next couple breaths. The 11th, 12th, and 13th are to stabilize. And so you breathe into that with your interlocked mudra. And we'll just do a practice run of those 3 now. Just breathing in to stabilize and harmonize all the way to the top, and then breathing out, stabilizing, just balancing those 2 tetrahedrons and the one that's stable and static as much as possible within that. So taking those couple practice breaths. Go ahead and take a drink of water if you'd like. Oh, hi, Charlie. And welcome in. And if you need to watch the replay afterwards to get that. But we are going to start at the beginning again. So you came in at a good time, Charlie. I hope it's not getting too much for you guys. But this is how they suggest to ease into it. You know, you practice these 6 breaths, and then you practice the 10, and then you practice the next ones all together. Because, it's a lot going on. And so if anybody has any questions, now would be a great time to ask them. Get a drink of water or tea. That'd be amazing. Thank you.
2 spinning tops. Stabilize the breaths to keep them balanced.
Yeah, take a little stretch if your legs are getting tired. So.
It's my fault.
All right. So, most important part of the meditation.
Love, 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 love.
Yeah.
For life and all things living.
Yes. There are 2 tetrahedrons, the sun, the earth, and then there's one that's stable. Those 2 are spinning on 2 directions, and then the third one is stable. Creates a toroidal field as it spins. The 14th breath is going to be, after you stabilize it, the 14th breath is going to be moving that pranic sphere up. But I think we'll start on that next week. Right now, we'll just go through the whole meditation again, adding the 11th, 12th, and 13th breath to stabilize.
And those ones are with our fingers together?
Yes.
Okay.
Correct. or left.
One over the other.
Right. So, the other thing I wanted to mention is their description on here of the yogic breath. So the complete instructions for this breath are found in the Hindu Yogi Science of Breath by Yogi Ramacharaka. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Perhaps this description from the book will be helpful. Breathing through the nostrils, inhale steadily, first filling the lower part of the lungs, which is accomplished by bringing into play the diaphragm, while descending, exerts of a gentle pressure on the abdominal organs, pushing forward the front walls of the abdomen. Then fill the middle part of the lungs, pushing out the lower ribs, breastbone, and chest. Then fill the higher portion of the lungs, protruding the upper chest, thus lifting the chest, including the upper 6 or 7 pairs of ribs. At first reading, it may appear that this breath consists of 3 distinct movements. This, however, is not the correct idea. The inhalation is continuous, the entire chest cavity from the lower diaphragm to the highest point of the chest in the region of the collarbone, being expanded with a uniform movement. Avoid a jerky series of inhalations and strive to attain a steady, continuous action. Practice will soon overcome the tendency to divide the inhalation into 3 movements and will result in a uniform, continuous breath. You will be able to complete the inhalation in a few seconds after little practice. Exhale quite slowly, holding the chest in a firm position and drawing the abdomen in a little and lifting it upward slowly as the air leaves the lungs. When the air is completely exhaled, relax the chest and abdomen. A little practice will render this part of the exercise easy, and the movement, once acquired, will be afterward performed almost automatically. So,
Okay.
I hope that was helpful.
I like that.
Yeah.
It's almost like a wave.
Oh, yeah. This thing.
Mm-hmm. And imagining that this is like a river of light, that is a perfect analogy. That is a wave. Indeed. And breathing into your feet and stuff if they're feeling a bit numb, and trying to like give yourself that spaciousness for that oxygen and light to go through you. That can really help. All right. We're going to om once, and then we are going to go through this.
We're going to
Yeah. Resistance is less than 1 ohm.
So much love.
All right. So much love and light. All right. Beginning. Breathe out and put your fingers together for breathing in. Our first breath focused on that sun tetrahedron, and breathing out with so much love and joy, and looking up and clearing that channel. The second breath, second finger and thumb, breathing in all the way to the top. So much love. This is the earth tetrahedron, and we're breathing out all the way to the bottom, looking up and looking down at the end of your breath. Coming into the third breath, third mudra. Breathing in through the nose, so much exponential love. And then breathing out, focused on those tetrahedrons around you, looking up and down with your eyes. Clearing the channel for the fourth mudra, fourth breath. Breathing in through the nose, gently with so much love and light, filling up that diaphragm like they were talking about, and then the upper chest, and then breathing down as you imagine all that love going through your conduit, holding it at the bottom. Your eyes go up. You clear that channel by looking down into the fifth breath, first mudra again. Breathing in all that love and light, and looking at the tetrahedrons as you breathe out, and your eyes float up and then they look down toward the ground, clearing that channel. Moving into the sixth breath, second mudra. Breathing in all the way to the top and breathing out all that love and light in that conduits and your tetrahedrons. And you look up and look down, clearing that channel, coming into the 7th breath. First 2 fingers and thumb, breathing in rhythmically now with no holding, as you imagine that pranic sphere growing right around your belly button, and you're breathing out and then in at the bottom of that breath, your first finger and thumb still together and second finger, and then that's so much love and light in that pranic sphere as it concentrates. And then you're probably on the 9th breath by now, getting brighter and brighter. Breathing rhythmically. We're going to go into the 10th breath where it reaches max concentration all the way out, full diameter, and brighter into the 11th breath, which is the expansion. You come together with your mudra, interlaced fingers or one over the other, and you're imagining all that love and light expanding to your full auric field, the circle around you, the toroid around you. And then the 11th breath is stabilizing this auric field, this magnetic, electromagnetic, beautiful light spirit vehicle. The 12th breath is also stabilizing. And the 13th breath is also stabilizing. We're just going to stay here for a minute and feel the tetrahedrons about us and our auric field, and it's expanded. That pranic sphere is still there in the middle at its full diameter, and your expanded field is there too. You could sit here for a long time and just receive the mana from the universe coming in from the top and coming in from the bottom and flowing out through both sides like a river flowing both directions. And you can feel that exponential love here and breathe it into all of the little places on your body, your extremities, the neurons in your brain, your lungs, your eyes, your toes, every part of you. So, if you enjoyed this meditation, please practice it throughout the week, and we'll come back next week and do the 14th breath, the 15th breath, and the 16th breath, if you guys are feeling up for it. The 17th breath is going to be part of it as well, but then the 18th breath is something that your higher self gives you. And so I would highly recommend practicing this quite a bit. I feel like humanity has accelerated a lot since this was first written in 1994. And so I feel like you guys might be ready for all of that. So practice it during the week. I've really enjoyed being here with you guys. Hi, Bailey, joining us at the end. Please watch the replay. Is there anything that you guys would like to add?
Sit in your zen. Don't be so rushed to move, to get back into life. Allow yourself to just fall back into it of its own accord.
Yeah, grounding you can do with putting your fingertips and thumb on the ground in front of you. It's a really good way to balance back into the earth and your present reality.
Be open to being curious about what comes next.
Yeah.
Because when you put yourself,
drink some water, have a snack.
You guys just align. When you put yourself into alignment, remember, things change, things shift. Allow them to shift. Accept it, and watch how your life can move forward from it.
Yeah, and a good analogy that they use in the book is this is like starting the car's engine. This is a light spirit vehicle, but we haven't gone anywhere yet. But we're just sitting in the driveway, getting that motor running, making sure the car's running right before we take it for a drive. Yeah.
So I've been into astral projection or something. No, I'm just
You can travel with it. Yes.
Yes.
It's such a powerful meditation. And so I encourage you all to join us next week. I'd let Whitney do the closing.
Well, before we close, I want to hear your guys' thoughts, your feelings. How did you feel about the meditation? Did you see anything? Did you feel anything?
Yeah, let us know in the chat.
Any emotions that came through?
Any visuals, any sounds, any tastes.
Even if you're here for the playback, let us know what you felt, what you saw.
Yeah. Don't be
and
shy.
Remember,
guys.
this is just part 2 of the 3-part series.
We're gonna finish strong next week.
Yes.
Yes, we could start with this meditation and go into the
Awakening the illuminated heart.
yes.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that.
It makes me think of Superman when he like rips off his clothes and he's got the Superman logo behind him. Yeah.
Yeah. So, the next couple breaths are, like I mentioned, just a little recap on that too, like bringing it up into your solar plexus. We've been playing 432 hertz too. And so that's the solfeggio that corresponds with that.
To listen to something on your own.
It says, just felt light and floaty and golden. Thank you, Nicole. Yeah. Yeah. That's a good way to start.
Golden sparkly or like golden light? Is it like glitter?
I saw rings.
Some
Rings around us. And we just.
I felt magnetic waves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Got the electro and the magnetic.
Well, thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up for yourself.
Like
yeah.
Liquid gold.
Trusting this space.
I like that.
Yeah.
What?
Like liquid gold.
Liquid gold.
Just like blue. That makes me think of the Felix Felicious all over again.
Yeah. And Randy said something. Best way to describe the visual is if anyone has seen Sailor Moon and they're transforming very much that in the star tetrahedrons.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
That is beautiful.
Yes, Randy.
Spot on. Wow, that takes me way back.
That's great. So yeah,
It's quite visual.
I love it.
if you want to hear more about this in the week while you're practicing, there are a lot of good YouTube videos that walk you through the whole meditation. And it's sorry, I got distracted. The music changed. But
it's a good way to keep yourself in alignment, check in, and just like recalibrate, right?
Yeah, and then it can go so much further from there. So you can check into those YouTube videos. You can go and look at the volume 1 and 2 of Drunvalo Melchizedek's. That's the author. His books, The Ancient Secret of the Flower of Life. They're purple and blue with a big flower life on the front.
Oh,
and
somebody also mentioned Serpent of the Light.
Yes.
Serpent of Light.
Yes. Serpent of Light is another amazing one. And then next week, we're going to be looking at Awakening the Illuminated Heart. We'll do the rest of this meditation, which was written in 1994. And then in 2004, he wrote Awakening the Illuminated Heart. And Serpent of Light is about all of his journeys across the world, activating the earth in these different ways. And his teachings of this meditation has been really profound. So yeah, definitely look into that. It's been wonderful to be here with all of you. Have a wonderful week. We'll see you next time.
Until next time, may you find your balance, may you feel your center, and may you always carry a little bit of stillness into the days ahead.
Adios.